Well, it's a cold one today, but we've got to get out. There's a huge amount of water around after the rain. It's now Christmas Eve, and I'm sure some people have got some flooding. Hello everybody and welcome. Well, that was Christmas Eve and things haven't really improved much since. We've had rain, we've had snow, we've had ice, and it's been very difficult to get out for some people. I try to get out as much as I can. The only thing that will stop me is going out in really icy conditions. But as you can see, Christmas Eve in this area we had a lot of flooding, and we've got that flooding back again at the end of January. I have absolutely nothing against indoor trainers, just not for me. I prefer to be out in the weather, in the wind, feeling the road. So the only thing that's going to make it difficult for me is if I haven't got the right sort of clothing. I had planned to cycle today, but I woke up to this. The ground under the snow is freezing, so it's treacherous to even try walking, let alone cycling. So I decided I'd stay in the warm and I'd make a video. Subscriber Loon Pilot requested a couple of weeks back that I do something on the clothing I wear, so what better day and what better time to talk about clothing. The key to keeping warm on the bike is layering. Here I'm wearing a standard TOG 24 base layer. It wicks away sweat, so it keeps things comfortable next to my skin. My next layer is a snug fitting full zip cycling jersey in lycra. This layer is effectively trapping heat between it and the base layer, and in temperatures above about 8 degrees I would be quite happy in just those two layers. Although this is a fairly dark design, the highlighted areas are fairly reflective, and you can see we've got a reflective patch on the back. I always ride with lights even in the daytime, so I've got no problem with being visible. I vowed two things when I bought a road bike. One was that I would not ride up steep hills, and the second that I would never wear lycra. Well, the steep hill thing went out the window pretty quickly when, knowing that I lived on top of a hill, I realised I wouldn't get home again if I didn't break that one. The lycra took a little bit longer, just about as long as it took to realise how uncomfortable the saddle was. So I took the plunge, and I was mightily glad I did. The first thing I tried were padded undershorts. They can fit under a normal pair of shorts or long trousers, but they have the benefit of an internal pad, so you get the comfort without having to do the lycra thing. This setup worked fairly well for me for a while, but I realised on long rides that the outer shorts were rubbing, so I decided to go full on lycra, and I bought my first pair of bib shorts, followed in the winter by bib tights, and they made all the difference. And of course I never go without a good coating of chamois cream on the vital regions when on a longer ride. Another versatile piece of kit is the humble buff. It can even double as a face mask in these days, or you can pop it over your ears to keep the chill off, or in the summer put it over any bald patches to keep the sun off. It's not a good look, and this one's even worse. This is a neoprene cap. Keeps the ears warm, but it does tend to make my head sweat. I would much rather wear just a normal cycling cap if I don't need to keep the ears warm. When temperatures are down to freezing, I'll wear this third layer, and this is the famous $12.99 jacket I bought from Lidl. The drawback is, of course, with this sort of cheaper jacket, you do sweat, but when the temperatures are down to zero, I find it keeps me very warm and very dry. The other feature of this jacket is that the sleeves come off, so it makes a very useful gilet for those in between days. And for those days when I'm really not sure what I'm going to need, I carry this light windproof jacket. Full zip, so I can easily get it on and off, and it packs up so it'll fit into my back pocket nice and neatly. On a long ride in very cold temperatures I can suffer with cold feet. So I'll use a piece of foil between the insole and the sole of my shoe, but not just any foil. If you use kitchen foil, you'll find it will break up. So I use a piece of space blanket, the sort of thing you see people wearing at the end of a marathon. It's very strong and very thin, so you could even wrap it around your toes. And on top of my shoes, I'll wear a pair of shoe covers. This version from BBB is a lot easier to get on because they have a Velcro strap underneath and a zip at the back, so it makes fitting them a lot easier than some brands. I suffer badly from cold fingers when I'm out on the bike, and these Chiba gloves work well down to about 5 degrees, but anything less than that I'll wear these lobster gloves from Planet X. They're waterproof, very warm. They do make your hands sweat a little bit, but I don't mind that as long as I keep warm. When things get really cold, I'm prepared for that as well. I carry these hand warmers. Just rip them open, comes out like a tea bag, that activates it. I pop it into the back of the glove where the blood supply goes to the fingers, and that keeps me toasty warm. And finally, I'll never ride without glasses. I have several pairs, and I even use a pair of basic safety glasses for when it's cloudy. This was the full kit I wore on our long ride before New Year. It was -4.5 degrees at times, and we were out for 12 hours. I should mention at this point that during that ride all I wore on the bottom were the bib tights. They're a winter bib tight in Roubaix material by DHB, and they kept me perfectly warm for the whole ride on their own. Well, I hope that was useful. Please feel free to make your own comments on what you wear. But until next time, happy cycling.